Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Happier HR. This will be our last conversation of the year in 2022. And today I want to talk to you guys about money. I think money touches so many aspects of our life, and we sometimes don't give it a thought. And I also think that many of us have a relationship we don't necessarily enjoy having with money. So I want to give you some pointers today to discover what that relationship is and also how can we change it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Hoping everybody can hear me. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that's perfect. Okay, so the first thing I want to say about money is that money is really an integral part of our life and our livelihood, right? Without money in this world, we can't really survive. So it is part of every single aspect of our lives. Not necessarily the emotional, although I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but definitely the 3D physical environment, right? I think many people, unfortunately, even though money is so intertwined in our lives, many people think that money is the root of all evil. And I think that comes from conditional thinking. But because of that, they think that wanting more money is not good. It actually makes you a greedy person or a bad person, right? And as a result of that, not many of us really live a very abundant life. Most people also think that there's going to be a cap as to how much money you can make in your job or in your lifetime, really. And again, all of this comes from conditional thinking. It comes from our upbringing, our parents, our family, teachers, the school system, and church, religion. Has also some influence in this, and even our friends and society in general. So when you think about money, I know many of us don't think that we have a relationship with money, but like any other relationship, it is just based on our thoughts about money. A relationship is truly defined as our thoughts about another person, right? Which is usually where we use the word relationship. But it could be with things. And you can have a relationship with money, and we all do, even though we're not aware we do. Again, it is just the way you think about money. And that thinking is going to determine how much money you will have, whether in your current job today or in your lifetime. And again, many of us have a ceiling as to how much money we can make or have. And those are two different things in our lifetime. So with that in mind, I want you to explore your thoughts about money. Again, your thoughts will determine the relationship you have. So, sorry. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, when I say the word money, what comes up for you? What is the one word that crosses your mind when I say money? Okay. I want you to tell me, what do you believe about money? How do you define it? Money is, and then what follows? How much money did your parents have? I mentioned that many of our beliefs come from our upbringing. So how much money do your parents have? What was your experience of money growing up in your household? What did you learn from your parents about money? Many of us never had a conversation with our parents about money. However, we saw either fights or we saw the relationship, comments that our parents made, things that they said. That is forming our experience and our thinking about money. How much money do you want to earn? How much money do you earn today? And why? Why do you earn 75,000 and not 100? Have you ever thought about that? How do you spend? I think it's super interesting, and I actually talk to my clients about this. Um, if you look at there's the budget, right? There's what people would like to do with their money, but then there's what happens with the money throughout the month. And if you look at your bank statement or your credit card statement, you can tell where your priorities are based on what's in there, based on the transactions that are hitting your bank account every month. Nothing wrong with it, but I think it's an amazing self-discovery exercise if you can do that. How much do you save? Do you save all your money? Do you save nothing at all? What do you think about rich people? When I say the word rich people, what comes to mind? And the last one is, what does money have to do with happiness? And this is an interesting one because I think we all know at a level that money cannot buy happiness. It's not something that you go to Target and you get off the shelf, right? So money doesn't equate happiness. But how does money help you build happiness? Having money gives you options. That's my thought. And when you have options, you can do the things you want to do, right? Okay, so you got all those thoughts in there. So what I want you to do now is do an unintentional model. Pick any one of those thoughts and put it on the T line in this model. So your C is money. I'm picking an example of I'm not good with money. I think that's a thought that a lot of people have. I'm not good with money. And that usually makes them feel discouraged. When you feel discouraged, when you don't have a plan for your money, whether it's budget, retirement, income, you name it, you avoid looking at your bank statement. You don't know how much money you spend. You don't know how much money you save. And many people don't know how much money they make. That used to be me, right? And a lot of people do not like talking about money. So when you have those actions, your result is, I am not good with money. Of course, you're proving your thought that you're not going to be good with money because you pretty much ignore it. Okay. So that will be your unintentional model. But I want you to use your thought line. The C is money, your thought line, put it in there, fill in the feeling, the actions, and the results you get. Now we're going to move into an intentional model. And I think for me, the easiest way to do this is to think about money as a person. I said we all have a relationship with money. So it's easier to think, okay, if money was a person, how would you treat it? How do you want to feel about it? How would you behave around it? What would you want to understand about it? Would you care about it? What would you do with it? Would you talk about it? What would you like to say? Right? I think all of these questions, again, think about money. To me, it's like I'm thinking money is sitting across the table from me like a person. And then I go and answer these questions. It's going to reveal a lot of what you would like your relationship with money to be. So when you have all those thoughts in there, I want you to, again, the C will remain the same, which is the circumstance, which is money. But I want you to put that thought in there. And if you were answering, how do you want to feel about it? Then you can start with the feeling line and then complete the rest of the month. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to move into the conversation part of our conversation today. So I hope you guys have learned and do the exercises. If you're just watching the replay, it will give you a lot of insight as to what your relationship with money is and steps to start changing that. Like I said, this is the last call of 2022. I don't know if I'm going to do any more calls in 2023, but please keep connected to me on LinkedIn And I'm sure I'll let you all the details about what's happening in 2023. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful holiday season. And now I'm going to stop the recording so we can jump on the conversation part. Thank you.